You're probably thinking, why on earth would I want to watch a video about how to survive a zombie apocalypse? Zombies probably don't exist anyway, so why even bother? But have you ever stopped to wonder what it would be like if the zombies from The Walking Dead returned from the grave? Well, in this video, I'm going to teach you how to survive when that day comes. This information could save your life one day, so pay attention. What would happen if the Earth was like a horror movie and suddenly became populated with zombies? In a zombie apocalypse, many things will be different. The normal tasks we do every day will change, and people with certain combat-inclined skills may be in high demand. Let me give you a sneak peek into what it's going to be like. Stick around as I'll be telling you the 2 items you need that give you the best chance of survival. Zombies, creepers, the undead, lurkers. By whatever name you may like to call them, the agonizing, terrifying zombie is one of the most popular monsters in pop culture. These undead beings roam around looking for brains or other organs to feast on. But what does a world full of zombies truly look like? An unending spree of carnage and cannibalism from the undead? Or is it going to be a brain-blowing, throat-slicing and flame-throwing parade in self-defense all day long? First, we will explore the chances of a zombie apocalypse before looking at steps to survive it. There are many fictional monsters that could kill you, but zombies somehow seem to be the most plausible. Why? Across many cultures, people think the dead might come back to life and walk among the living. Even some scientists believe a zombie pandemic is possible. The vast majority of zombie scenarios have 2 things in common: a pandemic and the extinction of humanity. And both are scientifically plausible because zombies, according to law, can be created when an unidentified virus is spread through any bodily opening, including skin. This infection then causes deterioration and then death, with the recently dead springing back to life. There are cases in the animal kingdom of parasites that change how animals behave. Cordyceps is the zombie virus. It takes the mind of its host. And there's also evidence that humans can be manipulated by these type of parasites. And so it's important to study this subject. One person who studies these things is Professor Athena Aktipis from Arizona State University. She hosts a podcast called Zombified, where she talks about real-world science and the movies George Romero made in the 1960s about zombies. So yes, there is a possibility of a zombie. You can tell that getting a job is going to be the least of your worries if such creatures took over the world. Going to college is not going to be on your to-do list either. Your bucket list is going to be cramped with everything that has to do with survival. But what's going to happen to the rest of the world and all humans on it when this starts? What is it going to mean to survive in these times? Before we get to that, please hit the like button so other people can find these life-saving survival tips for the zombie apocalypse. It's up to you and your fellow survivors to survive the zombie apocalypse. Keep watching this video to find out just how you can do that. This is where we are at. The worst pandemic in the history of mankind has broken loose. It's not an ordinary virus or bacteria that is doing this to our population. The thing behind it is a radical pathogen, eating people alive and turning their skin grey. That's right, there are zombies on Earth. And it's not going to end. It spreads rapidly and scientists are unable to model it because it's cannibalistic. A man walks into his home and finds his whole family has gone. It's been 3 days and the government now says it's too late for quarantine or vaccination. The best we can do now is stay alive as long as possible and wait for another vaccine to be developed. There's a breakdown of law and order. It's kill or be killed in every state and nation of the world. In just 2 weeks, the entire Earth is in a mishmash, and it doesn't look like a savior is coming. Since a zombie apocalypse will be sudden and shocking for the entire world, it's best to think about how you would survive in this type of scenario. This may seem funny now, but when the zombies come, you'll be glad you watched a video like this. You might also find some useful advice on how to prepare for a real emergency, including the 2 items that you must have in any Armageddon situation. Keep watching. Your salvation in an apocalyptic scenario comes down to these 4 things. I am now going to give you the best zombie apocalypse education and teach you some clever tips for survival when the time comes. How are your survival skills using everyday items? With the right knowledge, some of your everyday items could become powerful weapons and important tools during a zombie apocalypse. Heavy-duty garbage bags are very big and useful. You might use them to clean up your yard from leaves or other things, but in a bad emergency, these can be used for all sorts of things. They can be made into shoes or waterproof sleeping areas and worn over clothes as a poncho. Even water can be collected in them, then repurposed and reused. They're easy to carry around without being too heavy. Duct tape is an important item for you to have at home in case of an emergency. There are many ways you can use duct tape for survival, such as repairing clothes, shoes, and tools. You can also use it to build a shelter or make rope. It has lots of uses and is useful in many situations. Though some people might not think of chapstick as a survival item, it does have many uses. It can help stop an itch or bleeding. It can protect the skin from wind and sunburn. And an empty chapstick container can be used to store other items like matches, wires, or first aid supplies in your backpack. When searching for food in the wilderness, your hunting gear is your best tool. But if you don't have a weapon and need protein, dental floss can help. It's strong but slippery, so it can be used to make a snare for catching small animals, or even to make a fishing line. Also, you don't want a toothache during a zombie apocalypse, that would just be terrible. Next, find a good hideout spot. The smartest move is to get out of the cities as soon as you can. You should always look to avoid the congested population centres and reach a more rural area before the undead catch up. Living in cities allows it to be easier to get the items you need, but if civilization were to collapse, then the city would not be a very hospitable place. Also, you can't grow anything because potential farmlands are covered in asphalt. You'll want to find a natural setting with enough space for raising animals, growing foods and storing it. So, go to the countryside where you have access to fresh water and farmlands. Next up, learn to make use of your smartphone. We all know that our mobile phones are an integral part of life these days. They can do everything from track your location to help you get in touch with people. But what if civilization collapsed? What would happen then? Luckily, there's one feature on a phone that will work even without the network: GPS. It is useful for tracking down lost family members and friends during times like these. When things go bad, satellites will continue working as they rely solely on satellite signals, which don't depend at all on the cellular network or any other type of data signal. Now's the time you will learn what the 2 special items you need in your arsenal are. You need to become a super scavenger. Learning to scavenge and forage will help you out of tough jams. There's a lot of resources that can be found in cars, for example, but the most important is getting your hands on an alternator or battery. With these 2 items, you'll be able to make life-saving essentials like communication tools such as radios, and a refrigerator that keeps all your food cool and fresh. What if you ever find yourself without power again because your car battery died? No worries. All it takes is some good old-fashioned solar paneling from abandoned buildings. The next item is salt. Salt is a food preservative. You can make the food last longer by rubbing it with salt or storing it in brine. Salt can also be used as an antiseptic for cuts, and you can treat sore throats by gargling salt water during the wintertime. During the winter, salt can also be used to melt snow and add traction to slippery surfaces. It can be used on metallic surfaces such as old tin cans or cookware to remove rust before use or for creating non-stick surfaces for cooking. In need of a compass for direction? Your analog wristwatch is all you'll need. To find south, you will need to point our hand at the sun. Halfway between 12 and where the hour hand is will show you south. One of the most important lessons to learn about surviving a zombie apocalypse is that there is strength in numbers. But if you're wondering who to bring with you during an apocalypse, it's important to think about skills. Who do we know that knows how to grow their own food? Or is good at fixing things like carpentry or metalworking? You might want to take your mechanic and allotment owner with you on any trips in the future because they will be the most helpful for when society does actually crumble. These are the people who will be most helpful in a zombie apocalypse. People in computer programming and other technical fields probably need to learn some new skills beyond what they were trained for. Now, the next thing you should be worried about is how to be quiet as you comb through the apocalyptic world. The video's on the screen now, so click it now and watch it. I've also linked to this video in the description. Please like this video, share and subscribe to help others, as you know exactly what they need to do when there is a zombie apocalypse. And tell us your survival ideas in the comments below.